All right, let's go. My name is Lachlan Carbine. I'm a first year mechatronics student at Deakin University, and this is MOBIT. So before I get into it, I'd like to ask everyone here one simple question. Are phones good or are phones bad? And keep the answer in your mind. I'll tell you the answer soon. So where to start off? Last year I was in high school and I was the vice captain of my high school. And this meant that I got to partake in some of our school's decisions and problems. And one of the problems we faced was what to do with mobile phones. Surrounding schools had fully banned phones, and our school wanted to know if they should do the same thing. So what we did is we sent out a survey to all our students, parents, and teachers, and we got over 1,000 responses. And this allowed us to fully understand the problem that was happening. And what it comes down to is teachers versus students, because they want completely different things. The survey showed us that 95% of students said that they need their phones with them so they can contact their employees and parents. They said that they use it in class to take pictures of the board and to look at their timetables. And when we asked the general question, do you need phones? 80% of students said, yes, we need phones. And the teachers, they were the complete opposite. We asked the teachers, are phones distracting? And 90% of the teachers said, yes, phones are a major distraction in the classroom. We asked the teachers, should we ban phones? 80% of them said, yes, students do not need phones, get rid of them. So when we go back to the question, are phones good or are phones bad? In my opinion, the only answer is that they are both. They cannot be good or bad. They have positive features and negative features. And the reason this is a problem is because the current solutions out there really just assume that phones are bad or good. There's nothing really in between. And let me show you what I mean. This is a graph of the solutions which benefit students versus how they benefit teachers. The first one is the school bans, the phone bans. These benefit mainly teachers, and the students get the benefits of no distractions. But there are also a lot of benefits which phones have, which students are losing. On the other side, we can see that allowing phones is a big benefit to students, but not teachers. We also have a solution called Yonder, which is like a little pouch which students can put their phones in so then they can't use their phone. One is Pocket Points. It times how long students spend on their phone and rewards them for not spending much time on their phone. And the solution which my school uses, which is policies, which I'm not a fan of. I don't think they work. Our school pretty much says you can bring your phone to school, but don't use it, or you can bring your phone and give it to the teachers. So I have created an app called MOBIT, which benefits students, teachers, and also parents. But how does MOBIT work? So firstly, students download MOBIT onto their mobile phones. And then when a student is on school property during school time, the phone enters learning mode. In learning mode, the phone is silenced, and also all the social media and games are all blocked from their phones, but it still allows them to use the useful features like camera and calculator and more. MOBIT counts how many times students use their phone in class, and we reward them for good behavior with certificates and gift vouchers. When the school day is over, learning mode is disabled and the phones go back to normal. And that is how MOBIT works in a nutshell. There are 4 end users for this app. The first one is schools. They are end user because they can collect very simple and basic data about how phones are being used in their school, but they are also the customer. They pay a yearly subscription based off how many students they have. And then this allows students to be able to use the phones, use the app for free. Students get the benefits of their mobile phones, but they leave behind all the negativity and all the distractions. Teachers and parents in the future will also get a version of the app where they can track how their students and classes are going, and teachers can also unblock certain apps if they need it for their classes. The next steps for MOBIT is we want to build our prototype and build our minimal viable product. And we're asking for your help. If you know anyone that can help us do that, or you yourself can help us do that, please get in contact. The other way is we can get funding to build this, and we have a company set up on the side, and we've already gone through a development plan with them, and that's ready to go, and they'll just need funding. So overall, thank you so much for listening to my pitch. That was MOBIT, and it will hopefully advance the way students learn.
That's all right. Thank you. Great presentation, Lachlan. Great slides, and definitely a big problem. I could definitely use MOBIT myself when I'm doing my online courses and keep away the distractions myself. Just a quick question on how, I mean, as a student, I would definitely like an app like that. But I remember myself in school, when I was in school and we weren't allowed phones. But if we were allowed phones, I would try my best to keep that app off my phone. So just like sort of how would you try to pitch it to the students to have that phone, and would the students have access to even shut down that phone, or once they start it, it doesn't get shut off until maybe the school ends, or the teachers have access to the teachers can start the MOBIT app and like schedule it to end at certain time? How does the technicalities of that might work?
Yeah, no, that's a big question we get is why will students use this? And the first one is that we pretty much tell them that like majority of schools are banning apps. So this is their chance to actually have the benefits of having the app with them. And that's why we also we reward the good behavior. So MOBI can kind of see if students are using their phone properly or using it in a negative way. And we reward them with the good behavior for that. We we're in the planning or thinking about having like a leaderboard so students can see how they sit, and we just show the top. We don't want to show the bottom of the leaderboard because we feel like some students might think it's a competition to get to the bottom, so we show like the top 10 or 20. Another big part is like data privacy and whether students can trust the app or not. So when we're kind of pitching this to students, we actually get up what the teachers can see and what the school can see, and we pretty much show them like this is all the school can see from you, and that way we'll hopefully build the trust with the students. And that's how we plan to do it. That's also, we had this massive idea to build the full app and everything and put it in schools, but we've actually brought it back to just the most basic version of the app, just so we can get a good idea of how this will actually work in classes. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
That was an amazing presentation, as everybody else has said. My first question was going to be, how is the reward system actually going to work, which you've answered on that. My second question is, and I guess that there's probably no answer to this, it's probably a how long's a piece of string question. Is it going to be small hacker proof? Like, is it going to be something, because you know we all know kids love to fiddle around with stuff and jailbreak stuff and all that kind of thing. Is that going to be an issue, or you might even end up hiring a few of them, I guess?
Yeah, no, 100%. Our school already has restrictions on the laptops, and students all the time try to get past it. We've working with a company called Everest Engineering, and they build really strong, good quality apps. And we're not sure if we'll go with them for the solution or not, but in them we have lots of trust that it'll be a safe app to use. And one of the features which the teachers and school can see is basically just who has the app turned on or off. So then they can get a good idea of, like, if kids are getting around it, they should be able to see that. And the school can do without what they like. They can give the students the freedom to turn on or off or whenever they like, or the school can implement it and push hard and make students use that there. But again, that's an issue with pretty much every piece of technology, is can it get hacked and everything. But I guess student privacy and everything and the strength of the app is the top of our minds.